everyone, welcome to our very first episode of NFTs for Breakfast. I'm Vanta.
I'm Wavy.
And I'm Troy Man, and we are here to make NFTs as easy as the ABCs.
Okay, so since this is our very first episode, I thought we'd go ahead and introduce ourselves first and talk about how we got into the space. Wavy, you want to start?
Yeah, so hi everyone, I'm Wavy. And how I got that name was because back in the day when I first started in NFTs, like my Discord name was just my government name. And I didn't know, but in this space, you don't really want to dox yourself, which means just revealing your true identity. So my friend told me that I have to come up with like a fake name essentially. And the only name that I could think of was my gamer tag, which is my like gaming username. And it happened to be Wavy, W4VEY. And I just changed that to WVVEY because I just thought that was cooler and a bit edgier. So I went with that. Um, and I got started back in August 2021. And this was during the time of, the pandemic. My workplace, we transitioned to just fully remote. So I was home a lot and there wasn't too much work going on. Everybody was just like, are we gonna get furloughed? Are we still working? Like, what's going on? So I had a lot of free time actually. And my friend, his full-time thing was just reselling. So he was like telling me about a lot of different things that I could resell, like games or concert tickets or, shoes or whatever the case may be. He would just keep telling me about these things and I would listen and it kept working out. Like I kept making money. It like got to the point where he's like, hey, just buy these Harry Styles tickets. Trust me, you can make like $100 off of them.
Oh.
I bought it and I made like $100 off of it. So I just, anything he said, he was right about. And then one day he's like, guys, I don't know anything about this. This is called like an NFT, I think. But everyone is talking about it. When it drops, buy it. And this one was called the Degen Ape Academy. And this was my very first NFT. And it was on the Solana blockchain. And a lot of people think it's one of the blue chips of Solana. So that it was crazy. So when it dropped, we all paid like 500. And again, I was like, why am I paying $500 for a picture? Like this is crazy, but I'm gonna just do it. I'm gonna do it. So I bought it for 500. Reveal date happened, and my ape was like a green ape eating a grilled cheese, and I was like, this is dumb. Like I just wasted $500. Like I don't know what the heck I just did. 3-4 days go by, it sells for $1,500.
Wow.
And mind you, I bought it for $500. So I made $1,000 just like that in a matter of 4 days. And I was like flipping out. I was like, this is way too easy. Like this can't be true. A couple days go by and it surpasses, I believe, the floor price of like 10 G's.
Whoa.
And so yeah, so someone got a steal off of me. Like I could have made a lot more money, but when I saw that, I was like, okay, this is too surreal. Like this can't be true. Like this is way too easy to make money off of. Like I could just buy any picture and just sell it. So the next thing, I go on a secondary market called OpenSea, and at this point, I thought I knew what I was doing. Like after one collection, I thought I was like a pro already. I go on OpenSea, I buy a collection for $3,000. It's called Al Capone's. It went to zero the next day. I just lost $3,000.
Was it a
I got
rug?
it wasn't a rug. They messed up their like launch. So a lot of people started fudding. A lot of people just started hating on it, and it just like went to zero. Because a lot of these projects are community driven. They like determine what the value is. So if
Yeah.
everybody's just fudding, saying like forget about this project, it just essentially what became worthless. So I just dropped $3,000
Oh no.
on something that's not worth anything. Maybe $10 now, but yeah, that was my experience with it
Oh,
and my
that's
intro into NFTs.
Okay, just a heads up. FUD stands for FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So that happens when people are trying to like drop the price of a community, which is really annoying. But it does happen.
When people are uncertain about the direction of the community or if it's going to be a legit community and they start like saying, I guess, bad comments in either Discord or Twitter space, and that's called like flooding.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, that is a crazy story. Like,
Yeah.
So
Unfortunate, but crazy story.
NFT space has a very big learning curve,
for sure,
For
for
sure.
sure.
and everyone will either do something like that or get into a project that's a rug pull, which means the founders just make money and bounce.
Those are
Yeah.
so jacked
Yeah.
up, so jacked. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll just go since we're here. So Choi Man, it's Choi Man 012 actually. So 012 is Korean for Young One, which means forever, which is really dumb, but whatever. So I,
Cool.
yeah, I mean, I made that screen name up when I was in 5th grade, and I kept it. It's actually my gamer tag. It's my everything. But yeah, I don't know if I should say that actually. But yeah, it's also my gamer tag, and I kept it mostly because I'm pretty sure it was my sister. My sister, she told me that's like a childish thing. You're not going to be able to keep that for the rest of your life. And I was like, oh, just wait and see. I'll show you. So I've kept that forever, and yeah. So that's why I have that name. And I got into the NFT space not that long ago. I think it was like December or January, so just like 4 or 5 months ago. And I got into it because of our other friend, Hypewave, and Vanta, right? So both of them helped me really kind of learn about this space. And the first NFT I got into was Sevens, and I'm still holding on to my Sevens. And it's a anime. Yeah, it's like an anime one, and I'm pretty into anime, and I enjoyed the art there. So that's my first thing, and this is not as crazy as your story, Wavy, but like, I definitely got scammed. Somebody sent me a DM for to mint what was it? It was like one of those games. It was like the one where the it's like the sheep, it was wolves. It was wolves. What are the wolves?
Wolf game.
Okay.
Wolf game. Yeah, it was like a wolf game, and I was like, oh sweet, I could buy a wolf game NFT. And I think I lost like $400 or something like that.
Oh.
Man.
And I was like, I just like gave him my money. I was like, God, I'm so stupid. But I was like, so now no DMs, no more. But so that was kind of my venture into it. And I mean, I started learning Solidity and like stuff, but like I'm still pretty new to all of it. But I definitely am really, really interested, and I love the whole concept and the idea. What about you, Vanta?
Well, I want to start with a disclaimer about the DMs. It was probably through Discord, right?
Yes.
Always turn your DMs off, because scammers will message you saying there's a stealth mint or a private mint. They are just trying to scam you. So always turn your DMs off.
They got me.
First thing to do. Okay, so my name is Vanta, fully Vanta Black, in Web3. I got my name because I really like the color black. I dress in all black all the time. And Vanta Black is the darkest, deepest shade of black that you can find, so I just thought that it was a fitting name for myself. How I got into this space. Okay, so Hypewave was telling me about the space as well, and he was telling me about some projects. At the time when we first bought, when I first bought a project, I just really liked the art, so I bought it. But I didn't like look into if they have a big community or not, or things like that. I was just like, the art's really cool. I think it'll do well. I bought it, and no community at all, right?
Oh.
So it was like a project that wasn't doing anything. There was no movement in the project at all. The second project I bought into was Evolved Apes, and that was actually a rug.
Oh no.
So my first couple experiences with NFTs was not good. So after that, I was like, okay, we're not doing this anymore. I'm not going to buy into any more projects. Like, I'm wasting so much money on this. But Hypewave kept like pushing like all these projects, and he was like on his computer all the time, or laptop, phone, in these like discords and chats and stuff. And I was seriously so annoyed all the time. I was like, you really need to be doing that? Like, please, like, put your phone away, I don't want to see that. And then I think around like January, think it was for Floppy.
Oh,
They were
floppy.
doing a Gartic game, which is Gartic is like Pictionary, except you get to play it in Discord. And they were doing whitelist spots, and I love games, you guys. So Hypewave was like, "Hey, you should try this game. I think you'll really do good at it." So I played and I won, and we got whitelisted for the Floppies project. And then I was like, "Hey, this is really fun."
Yeah, yeah.
And then I went like full on deep dive into Web3 communities, and I joined like 15 of them at once. And I was
Wow.
like super active in so many communities, got a bunch of whitelists. Obviously, not all the activities were, not activities, not all of the projects were successful, but it was great to meet people in spaces. And some of these people that I met in one community, I see them in other communities too. So then you just kind of build a relationship, and it's been fun.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely not. If you're going into it to like make money, that might not be the best approach because you're. I mean, I'm not gonna say you're gonna lose money, but then like it's kind of a gamble. You know, we're doing this because of the community and because I truly believe that the future is gonna be this like how people interact with each other. It's moving in this direction anyway.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and like how digital currency works and just the entire process of it is so I don't know relevant to what's going to happen moving forward.
Maybe we can do an episode on how to purchase an NFT, because I know when we first started out, the big question was, what is MetaMask? I can't use US dollars. I need ETH or Sol. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I think that's a good thing that we can do for our next episode.
Definitely.
For
No,
sure.
it's I mean, it buying ETH is not so ETH is Ethereum for those of you that don't know, and it's the cryptocurrency that is it's basically the only cryptocurrency you could use to buy NFTs, right? Well, there's other stuff like
Yeah, it depends on which blockchain you buy from, I guess.
That's
Yeah.
true. So right now, I guess the most popular one is Ethereum. Um,
sure.
so yeah, but getting that whole thing set up could be a little bit overwhelming, and it does take time because you can't just immediately get ETH. It takes like a week for it to process and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, those are things that we could definitely cover in the next episode. But right now, I think we should cover some terms at least so that people understand what we're talking about, and then we can go into some projects. So first, I think Vanta, you mentioned whitelist. It's also called allow list, and also communities say like I don't know if you're in something like what's one that like I heard lonely list like in one of the communities like everyone has their version of an allow list or a white list or whatever it's called. Is that something that you can explain for us, Wavy?
Yeah, so like you mentioned, there's like a lot of different names for it, but I'm just gonna call it, allow list for now. So essentially, what an allow list is you do different things such as playing games like Gartic or marbles or sing karaoke or whatever the case may be, or just quote unquote grinding, which means just being active in their Discord server. And if you do that, you get rewarded by being on this list, which guarantees you a spot to mint or aka just purchase the project. So whenever it drops, before it goes to public release, like you have a chance and you're guaranteed to have this chance to get the NFT before anyone else. Some projects are allow list only, so you need to grind or you need to win the game to even be able to mint. And a minting is essentially you buying it for like a retail price, and then there's also a secondary market, which is resale value. But minting is the cheapest price that you'll get a project for,
Unless it like rugs or sucks, but yeah.
unless it bombs. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
true.
yeah, yeah. And so can we talk about what Discord is too? And since Vanta is our resident Discord expert, can you say what that is and explain it a little bit?
Yeah, Discord is, you can either download it on an app for your mobile devices, or you can go on the Discord website, is where you join communities, and like Wavy mentioned, you can play games or just chat with other people that are interested in the same NFT project as you are. you really get to know people in that communities. They have different chat rooms, like they have pet chats or food chats, and you really get to talk about anything, and you build a relationship with the people in that community. And it's a great space just to, chat with people
Yeah.
on a daily basis.
So I believe there's no video capabilities, and I don't think they're gonna bring one in anytime soon. But it's mostly just either just typing stuff out or voice chat. And originally it was made for gamers so that they'd have an easy way to communicate with each other. But yeah, Discord is a great tool.
Yeah, I mean, you'll get to meet a lot of amazing people from all around the world in Discord communities.
All right, so what are some projects that we are currently interested in right now? Vanta, would you like to start?
Yeah, okay, so there are two projects that I think are kind of hype right now, or they're getting really popular. So the first project is Lonely Pop. We'll put a link somewhere in the description. They have an open Discord, but the reason I really like them is they are doing a big push for mental health. Since during the pandemic, a lot of people were struggling with mental health, and you're indoors all the time. A lot of people were by themselves. So their whole thing is to be lonely together. So in this Discord space or in this Web3 space, you don't have to be alone necessarily, but you can build a relationship. And the devs or the developers behind the project are the ones that worked on Threelanders. So I think it's going to turn out to be a really good project. Okay, and another community that I'm really interested in right now is Low Community NFT. They have a huge Twitter following already. They did not release when they're going to mint at all. They have a closed Discord, but the reason I really like them is because they're all about vibes. I mean, their teasers that they have released are so chill, so I really like it, and I'm all about vibes.
How about you, Wavy? What are you currently interested in?
So one project that I'm pretty interested in is called Garbage Friends. And I don't know like if there's any utility behind it. I don't even know if they have a sneak peek. I think I saw like one picture so far.
Like one
So it could, yeah, so it could definitely just suck. But the artist behind it, his name is Motion Marcus, and he actually did Invisible Friends, and Vanta's wearing their hat right now. But Invisible Friends, that was just super dope. I really like animated NFTs, so stuff like Invisible Friends, Imaginary Ones, DK Motion, and his Let's Walk collection is stuff that I'm really interested in. And just knowing that Motion Marcus was behind this Garbage Friends one, it just, I don't know, it just intrigues me because of how
automatic
mysterious it is. Right, exactly.
Yeah,
Just a big name behind it.
He's a huge name, especially just in this world, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So the one project that I'm interested in is called Mega Park, and just I guess just a little bit about me. I'm in the NFT world. I'm really interested in the metaverse side of NFTs. So like Decentraland, Sandbox. These are some pretty big worlds. And also Arcade Land, but right now the one that it hasn't minted yet or anything, and there's not too much information, but it's called Mega Park. It's basically like a theme park NFT, so every person that purchases it will get a piece of a theme park with rides on it, so it'll be like a Ferris wheel or a water park or something like that. Yeah, and I think you can earn money off of it. I believe it's called a ride token or something. So, and then you could probably convert that to actual dollars. But once again, I'm not 100%.
Does it have like tokenomics with it?
Yeah, so I think most of the land has some kind of token economy, right? Yeah, so that's what I'm interested in. But yeah. All right. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to talk about?
I was just curious. We're all pretty, I guess, relatively new to this space. But in our short experience, I just wanted to know what your favorite part about the NFT space and your least favorite part about the NFT space is.
Good question.
Okay, I'll go first. My favorite part is definitely the community building. Like I mentioned earlier, I really enjoy games. So I got to know a lot of people in different communities through these games. So, like playing Gartic or Royal Rumble. Once you join these communities, you will learn what those games are because I had no idea what it was before I joined. And you just meet a lot of people, and you can really build a genuine relationship with these people because you spend so much time with them. My least favorite part is I don't know.
It's the scams.
Well, yeah, scams. But I learned quickly with that. I just don't click on any links.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, no, that's
Not an official link. I just don't click on it anymore.
Yeah.
I guess when I join a community and I invest so much time in the community, but then they kind of fail, and I feel really bad. Because I really got to know the people in the community, so I feel really bad when the project doesn't do well.
I see. That's a bummer.
Yeah, because you invest so much time too, and
Yeah. How about you, Wavy?
What I like about it, I like that it's very community driven. Like when I first started in the space, everybody was just always friendly. Like people always said GM, which is good morning, and like we gonna make it, you're gonna make it, and got to the point where I'm like, you know what, you're right, and I am gonna make it. Everyone's just so positive in the space, I would say. Especially when I first started, that's like the one thing I noticed right away. I was like, dang, everyone's so nice. Like, what's going on? Like, I'm not even a project owner. I can't give you a whitelist. Why are you so nice to me? It got to that point. But yeah, I think it's just fun being a part of a community, just like playing games with each other and just having common interests.
Yeah.
What I don't like about it, for sure, the scams being one of them. Like I've gotten scammed as well. Well, one, I kind of scammed myself. I don't know why in the beginning, when I was transferring my Ethereum over to my MetaMask, you have to copy your crypto like wallet address.
Yeah.
And that wallet address is like uppercase W, lowercase y, ZRTX, W. It's just super
so
just
long.
random.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I didn't copy and paste. I would type out everything. I forgot one letter, and I sent like $500 to like a random person. Like I just gone, like never seen again.
Sucks.
Yeah, so that sucks. And then I actually got scammed by like joining a legit server, and then on their announcement channel they dropped the link for the mint, but it got hacked, and I didn't know that server got hacked. And then I minted it, and then it was I found out it got hacked, and I wasted money on that.
Jeez.
So scams, unfortunately, it's just like a very like natural in the space. It's just all over the place. Like you were saying about the DMs, like maybe like 20, 30 DMs a day saying, hey, you got a free mint now, like whatever the case may be. So definitely that sucks. And for some reason, I also dislike derivatives. There's so many derivatives in the NFT space. Like they just take the hottest projects. So let's say when Doodles came out, right after that, so many projects came out saying Doodle, whatever. Like, noodles, and it's like a doodle art, or just like doodle chipmunks, and it's like chipmunks but like animated in like a doodle form, or whatever the case may be. I don't know. I just feel like it's just a copycat and just probably like easy ways to make money for that whoever makes the project. But it's just very unoriginal, and there's just so many of it, so it just gets kind of annoying.
Yeah, I think originally when like Doodles came out, I was like, oh, huge fan of the art, and I still regret not buying it when I saw it under 2 ETH.
Yeah.
To this day. But I mean, like I still thought like Noodles was original enough. They're like
I kind of like Noodles actually.
Yeah, I kind of like Noodles too. Yeah. But it was like everyone's doing like the pastel rainbow colors that Doodles did, and they're just doing that. There are a ton of Doodles derivatives.
For sure.
Yeah.
How about you, Troy, man?
Okay, so I guess my favorite part about it is I like I just like the direction that kind of this space is going. Right now, we're still so new into this world. Like, there's I think there was like a stat that we talked about before where there's like maybe just a little bit more than 1 million people that are really into this world, and we're really in the wild west of this space. Like we're very very new into it. It's kind of like when back in the day when smartphones were first starting, like there was BlackBerry, there was HTC, there was all these different companies, and now it's boiled down to like basically yeah there was like so many smartphones and like so many billion different companies, and now it's just like two, right? It just either you have Samsung or you have an iPhone. That's about it. Maybe you have a Google Pixel, but other than that, there's not much else in the space. And I know that at some point it's going to be like that in the NFT world. At some point there's going to become I don't know, it's going to normalize. There's going to be some kind of standardization of the world, and we're getting into it on the ground floor. And I'm just excited to see where this whole world goes, because I've always enjoyed the idea of a metaverse, and just what it could be. So I'm just along for the journey, and I'm really excited to see where it goes. The negative stuff, I gotta reiterate the scams, man. That sucks. The scams suck.
Yeah, for sure.
Losing money sucks. So yeah, that was that's the biggest thing, and I think it'll become more. I'm not sure how it would get regulated, but I mean, you just gotta be smart about it. And community is so important to help you avoid those scams, because you really need to like know people in the world and don't make any rash decisions. And just a heads up, nothing that we're saying here is financial advice. Please do your own research. This is just stuff that we're interested in, that we like, and we've been in this world for a little bit, but not even that long. It hasn't even been around that long. So
but to go back on like it getting regulated, I'm not sure if it will ever get regulated, because once your money's gone in this Web3 space, it's like it's gone, right?
Yeah.
But if it's any consolation for any people, there are people who did do a rug pull who recently got arrested for like money laundering,
That's right.
and stuff. So maybe it will progress where we can better protect our
Yeah. That was actually a huge deal. That was a really big thing, because like I think before that actual arrest and like that whole thing went down, what was the project?
The original project they rugged was something with ice cream or something.
Okay, we'll put the link of it. Yeah, the link will be down below. But yeah, that was that, because I think before that, I don't think anyone thought that it was even possible for people to get arrested for doing something like that. But now they can. So it like kind of set a precedent that you can get in trouble for scamming.
Yeah, well, I mean, the crazy part was that when they got arrested, they had started a second project, and the art for that project was really good. I was in that Discord community, and I was like, wow, I think they're going to do really well. I wanted to get on their Ember list, because it was for Embers, and I think it was just like a week before Mint or something, they got arrested, and it was all over the news, and it was crazy.
Wow, that's insane. So yeah, hopefully that will prevent future scammers. Probably not. It might lessen it a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right. Is there anything else you guys would like to talk about?
Not specifically we can talk about, but maybe if you guys have anything that you guys want us to discuss, like NFT term basics. I think we mentioned earlier, like how to set up a MetaMask, how to make like an OpenSeas account, how to make a Discord account, anything like that. You guys can put it in the comments, and then we will look through that and plan our future episodes according to what you guys want to learn more about. Because this space is for us to help educate you guys, so that you guys better understand the space and don't get scammed as well. So if you guys can just drop a comment below.
All right. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.